current condition within societies, the current condition within company cultures, and the toxicity in workplace relationships and its leadership is enough evidence that the greatest threat to company culture, employee wellness, and the future of our youth leaders is not the lack of skills, is not the lack of knowledge, not the lack of talent and education, but the lack of character, especially in the development of our young people. So be it present leaders or future leaders, those who lack character will do more damage to company cultures, its people, and society than those who lack skills and qualification. If we exclude character development from youth development and youth empowerment programs, we are excluding the foundation of a new and different generation of true leaders. So there can be no change in the future, in our future leaders, if we change how we prepare future leaders. I'm going to say that again. There can be no change in our future leaders if we do not change how we prepare our future leaders. Now, I want to ask our question out there to everyone who's watching us. Part of what you said, Inge, you asked about getting to the root of what the issues are, and not just slapping a plaster, not just doing it for the sake of doing it and throwing a skills program at this and that, whatever, but finding out what is the root of the issue. I want to ask companies, I want to ask parents, I want to ask those in educational institutions, those who are spearheading youth development programs. My question to you is this: what caliber of young people do you want in the future? Answer that question first. What caliber of young people do you want in the future? Without a doubt, you want them to be skilled and knowledgeable. You want them to be brilliant. You want them to be smart. You want them to be gifted. You want them to be talented. You want them to be knowledgeable. All of those things. Do you want them to be people of character? I'm going to ask that question again. Do you want them to be people of character? The young people that is in your life right now, as a parent, as a teacher, as an educator, in an educational institution, in the corporate world, you're working with young people, you development program. My question to you is this: you are developing young people, you're developing young leaders. My question is, do you want them to be leaders of character in the future? If anybody is saying no to that question, we don't need you influencing our young people, because you don't understand leadership and you don't understand character.
Oh, that's a mic drop, right? Right there.
Absolutely. If you don't think that the character of an individual, of the young people in your life, is absolutely critical to their future leadership, you don't understand leadership, you don't understand people, and you don't understand character. And you are a danger to the people that you've got an influence over. If you want young people to be people of character in the future, it makes complete sense. It's undeniable. It's not even rocket science. Decide what you want in the future and start to prepare and build for it in your present. No builder builds a house, Inge, without the blueprint, without the plans. Am I correct?
Absolutely.
What you are building now, every brick, in fact, the foundation you are building now, it's not coming from your mind, it's coming from a piece of paper where you've looked into the future. An architect looked and he says, this is what we want to design, this is the future picture. In other words, what you are building now comes from a future vision, a vision of what you want in the future. Based on that vision, you're taking it from the future, you bring it into the present, and as you are building the present, you're building with one eye on the present and one eye on the future to make sure that what you are building now aligns to what you want in the future. And I'm saying, if we want people of character in the future, if we want to produce a generation of young leaders who are not just, man, let's get over this thing of you come out of college and university, highly skilled, educated, smart, brilliant, whatever the case. Yeah, that's not going to get you too far in life. As somebody once said, your skill will get you through the door, but it's your character that will keep you in the door or behind the door. So decide what kind of young people you want in the future, the caliber, the character that you want. based on the vision that you have for your young people in your home, in your school, in your educational institution, in your company, in your graduate program, at your workplace. Decide the character that you want, the caliber of individual that you want, and start to build character now. If you are not laying the foundation of character now, how do you expect that leader to be a person of character in the future? How can a house whose foundation has not been built, come the first storm, come the first wind, the house falls to the ground, and then the owner of the house turns around and says, but what happened here? You guys built me a hopeless house. No, the house wasn't built hopelessly. You refused to take the time, the effort, invest the money to build the foundation of it. If the life of our young people are going to be falling to shatters and to pieces in the future when they are leaders, let's not be surprised. Why? Because we as the adults in their life are refusing to take the time to build the foundation of character. Decide on the caliber of leader that you want in the future. My question to you is, does character play a part of that? Do you want them to be people of character? If your answer is yes, and I cannot comprehend how it cannot be yes. If the answer is yes, and Inge, I can say this without a doubt, I'm almost 99.9% guaranteed that every company out there that is building, developing, and have youth development programs, character development is not a part of their leadership development of their young people. And my question is, what caliber of leaders are you going to be developing? No, but Shawn, we've got elements of moral-based leadership. We talk about integrity. We talk about ethics, etc., etc. And maybe that's just the problem. You talk about it. You intellectually, you appealing to the intellect of an individual when it's not the intellect that needs to be appealed to. Character does not get developed on the level of the skill. It gets developed on the level of the character level. And people don't know how to deal with the character level because they're so used to developing the skill. There's a level deeper than skills level. There's the character level, but I'm not going to give that away. If you want to know that, call me, email me, invest, and then you'll get the value of this.